All right, folks. Well, the lunatic that currently resides in the Oval Office had yet another late night meltdown last night, except this time it didn't take place on social media. This time it was while he was speaking to reporters, sort of an impromptu surprise press conference before he got on the plane to go to Asia on this long flight. And during his answers, he talked about his ballroom, the new arc that he wants to build in DC. He talked about Canada attacking the American people and more. It was a crazy set of clips, a lot to get through in this video, so I don't want to waste any more time. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, comment, let me know what you think about the story as I continue to mention. Donald Trump, that guy right there, and JD Vance both recently attacked me on social media with their weird AI video of that fighter jet. And so I've gotten a lot of MAGA trolls recently. We're clearly getting under their skin. So your support here, subscribing, liking, commenting really means the world. But look, without further ado, let's start with this first clip where Donald Trump talks about Canada, his beef with Canada that he has ignited once again. And we'll dive into this story. It's so crazy. Just have a look.
I don't know. They cheated on a commercial. Ronald Reagan loved tariffs, and they said he didn't. And I guess it was AI or something. They cheated badly. Canada got caught cheating on a commercial. Can you believe it?
Okay, so if you're wondering what Donald Trump has talked about, you probably have seen this story by now. If you haven't, Donald Trump, along with the Reagan Foundation, are accusing Canada, specifically Ontario, of running an advertisement which Donald Trump claims is AI, where Ronald Reagan is speaking negatively about tariffs. Anybody that knows anything about American politics, especially during that time, knows that Ronald Reagan was against tariffs. He supports free trade. But Donald Trump said, I'm mad at them for doing so, and because of this fake ad, which is real in reality, he said all trade negotiations with Canada are hereby terminated. So he's saying they cheated badly. They got cheating on a commercial, whatever the hell that means. And as I mentioned, in reality, this is Doug Ford, the premier from Ontario. In reality, the ad is not fake. It's actually Ronald Reagan's voice. Just take a brief listen.
When someone says, let's impose tariffs on foreign imports, it looks like they're doing the patriotic thing by protecting American products and jobs. And sometimes for a short while it works, but only for a short time. But over the long run, such trade barriers hurt every American worker and consumer. High tariffs inevitably lead to retaliation by foreign countries and the triggering of fierce trade wars. Then the worst happens. Markets shrink and collapse, businesses and industries shut down, and millions of people lose their jobs.
Yeah, so that's pretty clear what Ronald Reagan is saying there. He's obviously anti-tariff, and that is a real speech that is on Ronald Reagan's YouTube, the foundation that they run. It's on his YouTube channel where you can go listen to it for yourself. That's Ronald Reagan's voice. Donald Trump is trying to claim that it's AI, and because of that, he ended trade negotiations. And it's just insane. He's continuing it by saying they cheated on an ad. But I'm happy to announce that when Doug Ford was asked if they're pulling the Ronald Reagan ad because of Donald Trump's threat, he said, I will be running it during the World Series tonight. And then it did happen. They actually did run it at the World Series. And then the final clip I want to show you before we watch Trump talk about his ballroom is him on the Ontario ad again, saying that's dirty play, but I can play dirtier.
Ontario said he's going to pull that Reagan tariff ad come this Monday, but it's airing it during his first two World Series games. Well, you know, it's a crooked ad. I heard he's airing it. Canada, that's why I pulled everything. With Canada, they did a crooked ad. They knew it was Ronald Reagan loved tariffs. What they did is really dishonest. And I heard they were pulling the ad. I didn't know they were putting it on a little bit more. They could have pulled it tonight. They're going to pull it Monday. Well, that's dirty playing. But I can play dirtier than they can, you know?
So there's Donald Trump threatening another ally, something that Ronald Reagan himself in that speech explicitly spoke out against. But isn't it really gross how Republicans like Trump are actively trying to rewrite Ronald Reagan's legacy just to fit their narrative? Of course, I don't like anything about what Ronald Reagan did as president, but the Republicans who claim to revere Ronald Reagan are currently rewriting everything he said and claiming that his words are now suddenly AI. It's just very strange. But anyway, I do want to move on, and we can talk about this ballroom. It was earlier reported that Donald Trump is planning to call the ballroom the Donald J. Trump Ballroom, and now I guess he's walking that back. He's saying, we haven't really thought about a name, but we all know what the name is going to be.
Well, we raised a lot. We've raised over $350 million. It's a beautiful room, a big room. I don't have any plan to call it after myself. That was fake news. Probably going to call it the Presidential Ballroom or something like that. We haven't really thought about a name yet.
We haven't thought about a name. Yes, he has. We know how egotistical Donald Trump has. Yes, he absolutely has thought about a name. And I'm very confident. I won't guarantee. I'm very confident that Donald Trump is going to call it something after him or an allusion to MAGA, whatever it might be. I think that Donald Trump is going to do that. But I actually want to propose a name. I'm hereby proposing a name for the ballroom. I think we should call it the Donald Trump was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein and is currently engaging in a disgusting cover-up of his crimes and possible connection to Epstein and the crimes of other people around Epstein by not releasing the files and protecting all those people around. Ballroom. I think that should be the long name. I don't know. It sounds more fitting. You know, why not? Why not throw, if Donald Trump's going to name it after him, put his name in there? I think what I just suggested might be the right way to go. Now, here's Donald Trump talking about his ballroom costing more than $300 million and also saying that he's building the Ark. You know, this guy is so crazy. He's just ripping up Washington, D.C.
Well, it could even be more than that. Possibly, assuming we can do that. You know, we're building the Ark. And maybe we use it for the Ark. Looks like we might. You know, we're going to be building the Ark. And we've raised a lot of money for the ballroom, so maybe we'll put... The Ark is going to be incredible for Washington, D.C. So maybe we use it for the Ark.
I mean, this guy, you know, he's destroying Washington, D.C. right before our very eyes. A beautiful city. I've been there. I imagine many of you have as well. And if you're curious what the Ark is, this is what the Ark.
What is this, Mr. President?
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you all. You come this way. Thank you.
For who?
Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, no, I know where it is, but who's it for?
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
The Arc to Trump?
Yeah, the Arc de Trump. I think CBS journalist Ed O'Keefe put it well. Donald Trump's not even trying to hide it. He's saying it's going to be for me. So this is maybe something else that Donald Trump is going to name after himself. But he's also trying to build an Ark now. For whatever reason, he's building an Ark, along with the $300 million ballroom that he says is now going to probably cost more than $300 million. And remember, a lot of these companies that are donating to Trump's ballroom, it includes like Apple, Google, Microsoft, Palantir. There's a whole list that the White House released of all these different major companies who are bending the knee to Trump, giving him money for his ballroom so they can seek favor with him and not get punished by him. It's so frustrating how these companies are not standing up to this guy. Instead of they're bowing down. Don't even get me started. I'm going to get heated. I'm going to start ranting about all these companies, these universities and law firms that keep bending the knee and capitulating to this wannabe dictator. So anyway, I just had to quickly show you some of these clips from Donald Trump's late night press conference, attacking Canada, talking about his ballroom. We are, so screwed as a country. But anyway, look, I will leave the video there. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe down below, drop a like on the video, comment, let me know what you think about this story. And as I always say, I greatly, greatly appreciate you. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.